So today we're here with the Petzl Maestro Large, and we're going to run through the pre-inspection process that Petzl sets forth in their paperwork. So if I take a look at the Maestro, the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm using the device appropriately and with the right equipment. So if I turn this device over, it's going to tell me that this is the Petzl Maestro Large. It's going to tell me what EN standards, what CE standards, and what NFPA standards this has been tested to. Most importantly, it's going to tell me that this has been tested for 12.5 millimeter to 13 millimeter size rope. So I'm going to be using my 1/2 inch 12.5 millimeter rescue rope with this device. To start, I want to take a look at the general condition. I want to turn it over. I'm looking for any dents, any bends in the outer shell. I want to take the movable plate. I want to rotate that out on that axle. I want to make sure that that rotates evenly. That's something we need to make sure we're checking that this thing is going to close appropriately. I'm going to take a look both on the fixed and the movable plate that the accessory holes or the anchor holes are without burrs. They don't have any sharp edges. They haven't been bent. And I'm going to close that back up. I'm going to take a look at my external brake. When I close this up, this center rivet or shaft that goes in the middle axle of that sheave, this plate needs to settle over that because that's what captures the device from coming apart. So when I open back up, I can take a look at that center sheave. We know that center sheave has the movable brake, so I'm going to test that movable brake in 2 ways. First, I'm just going to push on that brake and I'm going to release it to make sure that that spring-loaded drops it back in to that pinch point. Secondly, I'm going to take the handle and I'm going to move the handle and confirm that it pulls that fixed brake or that movable brake away from that pinch point, and that when I release, the handle spring loads in, closing that movable brake. So we've confirmed that there. I want to look for any wear on the sheave. I want to make sure that it rotates and makes that clicking noise in one direction, the pulley direction, and that it locks and doesn't turn in the descent control direction. If I want to do a more advanced inspection or I've got some concerns about that sheave, I can take a marker and I can make a small mark with a removable marker, and now I can turn that and it should turn a full 36 clicks. So there's 1, 2, 3. I would do the full 36, confirm that the mark is still in the same place. If it's not, I would need to retire this from service. All right, so I'm going to close that top plate. We're going to take a look at the handle. We're going to make sure that the handle is rotating correctly. I'm going to look at the external of the plate to make sure that all my screws are in place and that I don't have any burrs or bends. Everything checks out. So this device, this Petzl Maestro G-rated descent control device, has passed its pre-use inspection and it's ready to go into service. Hey, thanks for joining us for these videos. We look forward to seeing you guys in the near future at a class. And remember, there's a safe way and there's a safer way. Thanks.